It's Cover 2 time, and in this week's episode of Hawaii High School Football Weekly, the state tournament semifinal round has arrived in all three divisions as tickets to the championship games are on the line this weekend. Plus, we got For Life, Throwback Thursday, On the Road, the latest Rising Star, and a whole lot more. But first, let's link up with Mitch Riberall to take a look at the updated brackets.
Well, the playoffs started last weekend for two of the divisions in the state, and this weekend, all three in action as the Open Division finally hitting the field. Now it's the semifinals, and Campbell and Kahuku kick things off at 4 p.m. on Friday, followed by Kapolei against Kamehameha at 7:30, both games at Mililani High School. Over in Division 1, it's Damien traveling to Kapa'a to take on the Warriors at 2 p.m. Saturday, and over on the Big Island, it's Konawaina hosting Kailua at 6. As for Division 2, both games also not on Oahu this weekend, as it's Roosevelt traveling to Waimea to take on the Menehunes, and Kamehameha Hawaii and Kamehameha Maui battling it out at 6 p.m. Now that's the brackets this week. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Mitch. How's it going, everybody? Rob DeMello with Billy Hull of the Star Advertiser and ESPN Honolulu's Let's Talk Sports. And let's talk Open Division semifinal doubleheader. In the early game, it's Kahuku and Campbell, a rematch of a 24-6 Red Raider victory 3 weeks ago. But it was a 7-6 game in the third quarter, so there is good reason for the Sabres to believe that they got the coaching, they got the talent to make this interesting.
Yeah, this isn't the Campbell team with Jaron Kiawe, Songa Politelli throwing the ball all over the place, scoring a bunch of points. But this team actually might be better suited to be winning in November because of this defense. Only giving up 10 points against Mililani to get into the state tournament. And you look at that Kahuku game. It was one big play in the first half on offense by Kahuku that scored a touchdown, but it was a pick six in the third quarter that really was the difference. If this Campbell team can avoid making the big mistake, if it can make Kahuku score on offense, not defense and special teams, then I think Campbell's got a shot here.
This one should be a lot of fun as the Sabres and the Red Raiders round 2 for a ticket to the state championship game. That's set for Friday night, 4 o'clock at Mililani. As for the nightcap, buckle up for the Built Ford tough matchup. Oh, and we're taking the beefy Ford Raptor out of the garage for this one because it's a heavyweight clash between Kamehameha and Kapolei at Kauinana Stadium. The Warriors are ILH champs for the first time in 16 years, and despite not being frequent participants in the tournament, the program has been dominant, going 4-0 with 2 state titles in just 2 appearances all time. And looking to keep that trend behind Michigan-bound offensive tackle Malachi Lee, who has helped pave the way for Nainoa Melchor to average 5 yards per carry this season. As for the Canes, they bring a storm in the form of a defensive front 7, which includes linebacker Noah Papumuava'a, as the Black and Teal looking to claim the school's first ever trip to the state title game. It's an OIA versus ILH battle. Who keeps their Koa Trophy dreams alive?
I think the school is definitely excited just to be in a position like this that we haven't been in a long time. Like, the island's so small, like, you hear all the talk about how they think like we're not really in the runnings, but here at school I think we're really excited, and especially our team, we're kind of staying in our own mind, not letting the noise come to us, and we're just going to stay focused and stay even keeled and play our game.
I mean, there's so many teams that have turned in their pads, and here we are, we're still playing, so we're grateful for that. We're thankful for the opportunity, but I think the kids feel like they have a shot to be there at the end, and so we just got to continue to plug away. You know, we lost a heartbreaking game to Kahuku, and I really felt for the kids because they worked so hard for that. Sometimes you learn lessons in life. You either win or you learn, and we learned a lot about ourselves.
All right, Billy, I think I speak on behalf of the universe when I say this matchup is awesome. Let's start with Kamehameha, where one of the youngest players on this team could be the X factor because he's been a chunk play machine at both receiver and DB. I'm talking about sophomore Jaden Braun.
Yeah, I was texting with Kamehameha coach K.O. Dramundo, and Jaden's a kid that he called a real bright spot on the team this year. He's a sophomore, and he's playing receiver, he's playing corner, he's returning kicks, he's even the placeholder. And what's interesting about him is you look at the last couple of games, he's really started to pick it up. A receiving touchdown in Kamehameha's last 2 games, also had his biggest game in the last game against Puno. So he's starting to figure things out, and if he can be that big play guy that this Kamehameha offense needs, he could be a real difference maker.
And so young, man. It might work out in his favor, right? You're so young to know, hey, yeah, we'll be in the state tournament all the time, right? So now as for the Hurricanes, this team is a true reflection of their head coach, Darren Hernandez. He's got a young offensive line, and that plays full grown. Dare I say this unit is what Darren Hernandez would say, rugged.
It is a young offensive line, but it's a really talented offensive line. And you look at this offense, really balanced this year. Quarterback Jacob Ballesteros, 23 touchdowns, 5 picks. They average about 140 yards on the ground, so they can do it both ways. But it's because of this offensive line. Seniors Riley Leuma and Amarxis Tango Vailoa, they kind of provide the senior leadership. But it's these young tackles to be really excited about. Shizen Akiona, a 6'3", 285-pound freshman, and Ioani Pacelio, a 6'3", 270-pound sophomore at tackles. These guys have already got Division I offers, and you're going to hear those names a lot over the next 2 and 3 years. They're what make Kapolei so excited to be in this position, so close to getting to a state final.
Bro, I am in a glass case of emotions. I can't wait for this game to happen yet. I'm going to be sad when it's over. That's how awesome this matchup is. In the Open Division semifinal round, Kapolei Kamehameha on the campus of Mililani. Kickoff follows Kahuku and Campbell. It will be televised on Spectrum XCast, and you know the drill. Everyone is welcome on the hype train. Choo-choo! Ooh, that's a good one. All right, before we take a timeout, it's the best of the best from last week's action in Hawaii Prep football, and we can use your help on social media. Use the hashtag Cover2. You can also tag yours truly or Mitch Ribeiro on Instagram, and your big play could be featured right here on Cover2. Here's this week's Cover2 and Spectrum Play of the Week.
Congratulations to Baldwin quarterback Jordan Carbonell. In last week's state tournament semifinal loss to Damien, the senior ended his prep career in impressive fashion, fighting through tackles on a 28-yard touchdown, one of 2 scores on the night, finishing with 250 total yards. And that's your Cover 2 and Spectrum Play of the Week.
Hara, and it's Throwback Thursday time. Tonight we take the Cover 2 time machine to the late 1990s, where the Saints continued a legendary march with Anthony Arsenal as one of the many weapons for a record-setting St. Louis offense. Despite battling injuries over the final 2 seasons of his prep career, Arsenal made an impact when active, serving as a big play threat for quarterbacks Jason Gesser and Timmy Chang, helping the Crusaders extend a consecutive ILH and Prep Bowl championship streak to what would end up being a 14-year dynasty. After high school, Anthony followed his older brother, Darnell, to the University of Utah, where he played receiver and defensive back for the Utes before starting a professional career which took him to the CFL and Arena Football Leagues. Headlined by leading the Hawaiian Islanders to an arena championship as part of an all-league season for the team that called Blaisdell Arena home. Today, Arsenal, who has 3 children with his wife Nicole, is continuing what has been an over 15-year coaching career. Currently, he is now in his 2nd season at the University of Hawaii, where he now serves as running backs coach and offensive coordinator for the bowl-bound Rainbow Warriors. Tonight, we send some aloha to Anthony Arsenal of the St. Louis Crusaders. For Cover 2, I'm Moani Hara. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to Cover 2, Hawaii High School Football Weekly. It's hot ticket time where the Division I tournament is sizzling. The first semifinal matchup features top-seeded Kapa'a against Damien as the Monarchs beat Baldwin in the quarterfinal round behind the Big Brada. quarterback A.J. Tuifua with 4 total touchdowns, earning the ILH champs the chance to quote the nature boy Ric Flair in the game week speech, because to be the best, you gotta beat the best. And as the reigning state champs, that would be Kapa'a, as the Warriors have embraced the big old target on their back, even through what has been a season of adversities.
I think we just have a really good, self-focused team, and everyone is working harder to do better at their job. Everyone is putting in the work every day. We actually had a lot of starting players get injured, and through that, the upcoming guys just push through, and everyone is very focused and just ready to play. I feel that it's more motivating knowing that we have the core, and it just makes us be better for all the teams that want to beat us, because we know what we have to do. It's very motivating to know that.
And over in the other semifinal, it's the reigning state runner-up as the Wildcats, behind explosive Ironman Josiah Souza Armstead, will face off with OIA champion Kailua. The Surf Riders advance out of the quarterfinals with a 3rd win over Aiea, thanks to 4 touchdowns from Micah Sua, 3 on the ground and 1 from QB Isaiah Keaunui DeMello, as the Surfers continue to ride a wave of momentum towards an attempt to reach uncharted waters and appear in the program's first ever state title game.
When I was a freshman, this was the team. Coach Howard knew that we was going to make it this far and win the championship, so this is very special to us. Every practice, there's no playing around. We're focused, we're ready to win. I mean, hey, team in states, Kona's a good team, you know. We just got to keep playing how we've been playing this whole season. In the locker room, we prayed, and we said that we're not ready to turn in our pads yet, so, yeah.
As all the teams we mentioned here tonight continue their attempt at winning a state championship, one team's 2025 journey came to an end last week, which also happened to serve as the end of an era. Under the helm of Robin Kami, the Pearl City Chargers returning to Division II this season, where they made it into the tournament.
Feels good, you know, all my 4 years, we didn't really go that far, so just coming this far my senior year feels good, you know.
Now the team falling in the first round of the state tourney to Roosevelt, ending their 2025 season. But it also closes a book for head coach Robin Kami.
I don't know if I say he's just a good guy. You know, he cares about the kids, cares about the coaches.
Kami, who has been serving as head coach for the Chargers for more than a decade, officially announcing his retirement.
I mean, I'm an alumni here, you know. I would never take this 12 years away, you know. I have no regrets being here for this long time. It was a blessing in disguise, and I'm just so happy that I could do what I could for these kids.
And after making the decision prior to the start of the season to step back, this team delivered for him with a state tournament appearance. And Kami is a prime example of what it means to be a Pearl City Charger.
He's a legend up here. You know, he really legend. He cares for everything that he does. You know, with football, with the kids, sending the kids to college. You know, he's real important about that.
He graduated from the high school back in 1983 and was the head coach for 13 seasons. And back in 2019, he became the all-time winningest Charger football head coach.
It's not about winning it for me, it's winning it for the team, winning for the program, winning for the school, winning for the community. It's not about me.
And he means a lot to the Charger program.
It's like family, you know? Every time after practice, we would just talk like he's my uncle. You know, we would just chill with each other. Just grateful, man. It's just grateful for you, man.
And while he coached to win, the most important lessons from the head coach was building futures for the young athletes.
I mean, he would love to win, but if, you know, gotta lose. But then he always come back with, you know, okay, we lost, so let's go find one school for these kids for go to college.
I was stressing AA, academics, and attitude. If you can take care of that, it goes a long way in life.
And as he heads out, he won't ever forget how much the Chargers have meant to him throughout his life.
This is a long of time, but I still feel good about it. Like I said, I have no regrets staying here 12 years. Pro City always will be my heart. I bleed purple all my life.
Reporting for Cover 2, I'm Mitch Ribral.
Welcome back to Cover 2, Hawaii High School Football Weekly. The Final Four, the Division II level, will provide inter-island showdowns. In one semifinal, it's the Princess Pauahi Bowl, as Kamehameha Hawaii faces the reigning kings of Kamehameha Maui. Now, the Big Island champs were impressive in all phases. In a win over Pac-5 last week, headlined by Chasten Wong's 2-touchdown effort. But according to KSM quarterback Kekoa Keao Davis, the Warriors are peaking at the right time, thanks to a strong bond both on and off the field.
I think one thing that makes us special is just the brotherhood and how we all connect with each other to push each other to be better. I think throughout the season, we progress on being flexible, whether that's if we were losing players due to injury or if something's just not going right in the game, just being flexible, being able to adjust. I'd say we're very motivated because since the beginning of the season, we've been talking about how we have that target on our backs from winning it last season and just trying to do it again this year.
And on the other side of the bracket, Waimea will make their 2025 tournament debut as the KIF champs will draw OIA royalty in Roosevelt. The Menehunes, behind former Cover 2 Coach of the Year Kylie Linoes, brings their usual hard hat mentality. But the Rough Riders are a motivated bunch, steadfast on breaking through as the red and gold have been bounced from the state tourney in the semifinal round in back-to-back seasons.
Our expectations from the beginning of the season was to do this, so it's nothing surprising to us. It motivates us to the highest extent, like getting to the round right before and not being able to go is like, that's just been on our mind for the past 2 years. Like this year is like, it's all or nothing. And for most of us, we're seniors too, so that should give us, even if we do make it, that should give us the confidence throughout the game to play all out because we made it. You know what I mean? Like, this is our end goal. That's what we're trying to go to.
How's it? Yep, it's Billy Hull again, here to present this week's Rising Star presented by Domino's. For the fourth time in the last 6 seasons, the Campbell Savers will find themselves staring across the field at the Kahuku Red Raiders with a berth in the state final on the line. 6-foot junior slot back Chase Yamashita is one of 4 Campbell players with at least 25 receptions, but it isn't the only way he has affected games this season. Yamashita has 1 kick return for a touchdown, taking a ball back 90 yards with no time on the clock at the end of the first half against a really good team in Mililani. He tied for team high honors with 4 catches in the first meeting against the Red Raiders, and in a matchup against the #1 team in the state, his ability to score on special teams could be just the kind of spark Campbell needs to finally break through in the open division. So congratulations to Campbell Junior slot back Chase Yamashita, who was this week's Rising Star.
Welcome back to Cover 2. I'm now joined with head football coach, the Kahuku Red Raiders, and newly crowned OIA champions, Coach Nihoa Pule. Coach, what a game against Kapolei for the OIA championship. A last stand by the defense. You're a defensive guy. How proud of you are the boys in the Kahuku Red Raider family?
We're super proud of them. They showed up when we needed them to show up. We practice it. Hoping we never have to come to that. But it was one of those that, our kids gutted it out in the end.
You also help with behavioral health and for children. How fun is it for you to kind of give back to the community in sense in helping kids and then also going out there and helping the Kahuku Red Raiders as well?
Oh, it goes hand in hand with what we kind of do it at the practice field to what I do in my daily life as far as working with these kids, it's just a blessing to work with these kids because, you know, a lot of them come from, you know, challenging circumstances. You know, and we see kids later on and you know, they're doing really well for themselves.
All right, Coach, this weekend is a big one. You're taking on Campbell. This is the second time. I know you had a very tough game the first go-around. Talk about the Campbell Sabres and what is it going to take for Kahuku to be back in the state championship game?
Well, I think first, it's difficult when you have to play someone twice. So we know that going into this game, we're going to have to play pretty close to perfect because Coach DJ, I've known him for years, and so I know he's going to prepare his team.
Coach, big weekend of football ahead for you. For Coach Nihoa Pule, I'm Mark Veneri. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks a lot, guys. All right, it is Double Shaka's time. Let's start with Billy Hull. Where are you going?
Yeah, there are two big open games on Friday, but if there's a game I want to watch this weekend, it's Kailua going to Konawaina on Saturday. Julian Yates Field is a tough place to play in November, but this Kailua team has the defense to go up there and do something. They've given up less than 10 points in 8 games this year, and they're coming off a big win in which they had 4 interceptions against Aiea. TJ Smith had 2 of them. Jonah Sua had an interception to go along with a sack. This Kailua defense is going to be tested, but I think they're going to be ready for this matchup. I wish I could go over to the Big Island and see this game.
I know. Let's make a trip of it, man. The Zoo Crew, one of the best fan bases in the state of Hawaii. 100%. You need to play good in order to beat Kona up there. All right, Mitch.
Yeah, mine is headed out to Damien Jr. Uriah Maiava. Dude was flying to the ball last week. Maiava, 9 tackles, 3 for a loss, 1 sack, and a PBU. He was a huge part for the Monarchs keeping that lead and momentum. So my Shaka's out to him. Nearly 10 tackles in a single game. Impressive stuff.
Stud. And I'm sending Shaka's out to the Big Island to Kamehameha Hawaii's Josiah Bertelman. The sophomore had an 82-yard pick 6 in the Warrior State Tournament first-round win over Pac-5, and that return was filthy. He avoided tackles, his own blockers, looking like a veteran fullback in that number 45. Big win for Nakoa and a big touchdown for Josiah. Double Shaka's to the Big Island brother. That does it for us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Enjoy semifinal weekend. We'll catch you next week on Cover 2.